Most people think the only way to innovate is by starting with a well-defined problem and then creating a solution. Kind of a problem to the solution mindset. Well, there's a second opposite approach to idea generation that uses a counterintuitive solution to the problem mindset. Innovation and inventive thinking, you must continually think different. And you'll see shortly how reversing the problem to solution mindset turns out to work quite well, especially if you're looking for new ideas and features for your offering. Welcome to innovationtutorials.com, where we introduce several tools, concepts, and best practices around innovation and inventive thinking in 5 minutes or less. In this video, I'll introduce a tool called Attribute Dependency, which has a goal of creating new concepts by creating new dependencies. I'll also show you how using an inverse function follows form approach or pattern can help you break your own psychological inertia and give you many new and interesting ideas. These videos are short but very potent, so try not to sneeze because you'll miss too much. Many innovative products and features have come from intentionally correlating attributes to each other, even though they originally seemed to be completely unrelated. Attribute dependency comes from the SIT methodology. SIT stands for Systematic Inventive Thinking. It's a very interesting lateral thinking technique that creates and removes dependencies between variables of a product or service. Let me give you an example. Consider when you play music or a podcast in your car. You typically set the volume before you get on the road. But as you speed up, driving gets noisier, so you have to adjust the volume. Years ago, one of the automakers created a dependency between the volume of the entertainment system and the speed of the car. Those are both attributes. As the car goes faster, the player volume automatically gets louder. That was a patentable feature back then when it was created. So that's an example of creating a dependency. As one thing changes, another thing changes. Let me show you a quick summary of a 5-step algorithm to use attribute dependency. First, we create a list of internal and external attributes for your current system. Internal attributes are things you control, and external attributes are things that you don't control. Next, you systematically or randomly pair the attributes. In step 3, you theoretically create or break a functional relationship or a dependency between these two system attributes. So you have attribute A and attribute B that are typically completely independent, and then we intentionally create a dependency between those two attributes. A influences B in some way, or B depends on A in some way. Step 4 is to visualize the resulting virtual concept and try to identify a problem it resolves or a customer benefit it creates. And in step 5, if a big enough problem is solved or benefit is found, then we design, engineer, adapt, test, and optimize the product or service enough to make it successful in the marketplace. So let me show you how the first 3 steps in the attribute dependency algorithm are different than the conventional approach. In the logical form follows function or problem to the solution mindset, we first identify and understand the problem. So our problem here, let's say we're designing a new jet and we want to avoid enemy radar detection. Once we clearly understand the problem, the next thing to do is figure out how to solve it. I'm sure you remember the F-117 and its strategic reflecting angles and radar absorbing materials. This is the problem, then the solution process, and it's very logical. Now let's look at the opposite function follows form or solution to the problem mindset. First, we create a hypothetical concept. The next thing we do is determine if that concept can solve any problems or create any kind of customer benefit. If the answer is yes, is it feasible? Can we overcome any of the big drawbacks? If the answer continues to be yes, then we go on to design, engineer, test, and optimize it to be successful in the marketplace. Let me show you an example. Let's say our conceptual solution is a square watermelon. So in this case, instead of creating a dependency, we're going to break a dependency. The type of seed or the amount of water influences the size or shape of the melon. Let's break that dependency. So there's our hypothetical concept. So the second step here says, does it solve any problems or create any kind of customer benefit? They won't roll, so maybe it's easier to cut them. You could actually have a higher packing density in shipping because they're square shaped. They look kind of cool. It might fit easier inside a refrigerator. We may just have a winning idea here. So if it's feasible, let's design and engineer a system that can do that. And by the way, there is a system that does it. They actually grow them inside a container that's the shape of these watermelons. And one quick last thing, to streamline the attribute dependency process, we provide our clients with a very cool attribute dependency Excel template. First, enter your attributes. Second, choose an output strategy. And third, read the dozens of automatically generated suggestions. Or for those who don't like or have Excel, we have an online attribute dependency web-based app. Both of these tools make the attribute dependency process much easier. Once again, sorry, but we've run out of time. You can only do so much in 5 minutes. We scratched the surface of attribute dependency. Contact us if you have questions or need more detail. Thanks for watching. If you valued these videos, give a thumbs up, share it with a friend or colleague, and subscribe to be among the first to see our future videos. Make sure you check out our website and video description below for links to other innovation videos, our training schedule, services, and a way to contact me personally with any question.